Some parent groups in the Buffalo Public Schools are speaking out against the district. They say the district's reopening plan did not include enough engagement with students, parents, and the community. 2 on Your Side's Jeff Preval listened into that announcement and joins us now with more.
Well, those concerns come with school starting just about a month away from now, and there's growing tensions over the plan and the crafting of it.
Having a seat at the table is meaningless if you don't have any input. And I'm not finished talking, so why don't you just observe some manners? Why don't you just observe some manners? Why don't you just observe some manners like we teach our kids?
All right.
That's the president of the Buffalo Teachers Federation, Phil Remore, on the left, and the chief of staff for Buffalo Schools, Dr. Darren Brown, getting into a shouting match at a press conference today. That press conference was called by parent groups and the teachers union. District officials just so happened to show up. The Buffalo Schools reopening plan was released Friday, which was the deadline for getting plans into the state education department. Parent groups and the BTF have concerns about masks being optional in schools, sanitation after lunch, and how those with disabilities would be impacted.
Being a parent of 2 children with autism, this plan does nothing for their education starting in September. My children need to be in school. It's a disaster. So unless we can fix that, I will not be sending my children to school. I will be seeking legal help.
Now, there are major concerns that parent groups and community leaders have that parents and community leaders were not involved in this process. The district says that that will change with community meetings this month. With more details on the response that the district has, here's my colleague, Claudine Ewing.
Parents say they want more involvement with the reopening of schools. A top administrator tells me that will happen.
The parents aren't on board with the process. The plan, they're still digesting.
Parents wanted more parent meetings before the reopening draft was submitted to the state. He also says parents did have representation in earlier meetings.
They had ample time to provide input from their constituents or the groups that they represent. So I think their only complaint could possibly be we didn't hold a larger community meeting. But as far as parental input, they were there. They asked questions. They offered input. So they were at those reopening committee meetings, as well as teachers were also. Phil Remore assigned 5 teachers to the reopening committees along with his vice president.
Coming up at 5 o'clock, we've heard many people ask, where is Superintendent Cash? Well, we're going to get an answer for you. Stay with us. For Most Buffalo, I'm Claudine Ewing, Channel 2 News.